Hello, and welcome to Magnetic Podcasts. Today, we're diving into a topic that splits people into two camps. No, it's not pineapple on pizza. We're talking about whether you're an early bird or a night owl. Now, some people love waking up at dawn, full of energy, while others, well, they're basically allergic to mornings. I know I am. But is one way better than the other?
So let's get into it. Some people jump out of bed ready to tackle the day, while others can't even look at the sun without a cup of coffee in hand. But what's the real difference between early birds and night owls? And why are we like this? Is it just personal choice? Or is there something deeper like, I don't know, our DNA? Get comfy, and let's talk about it.
I've always wanted to be an early bird. Those people who get up at 5 a.m. to run, drink their green smoothie, and meditate? Sounds like a dream. But for me, it's more like I'm a zombie until noon. No matter how hard I try, my bed is just too comfy in the morning.
Oh, same here. But you know what? I've heard early birds are the real winners in life. They say, the early bird catches the worm. But honestly, I'm not sure I want a worm. I'm happy with my night owl life, staying up late when the world is quiet. There's just something magical about that peace at night.
Magical, huh? For me, waking up early feels like a superpower. You get things done while everyone else is still snoring. It's like having a secret head start.
Right, but have you ever tried getting anything done at night? It's just different. The world slows down, no distractions, no emails pinging. It's like the perfect time to focus. Plus, you can binge watch shows without anyone judging.
Ha ha ha, okay, you got me there. But don't you feel groggy all morning? Like, I imagine you wandering around, bumping into walls until lunchtime.
Yes, that's exactly it. Mornings are rough. I'm basically a walking zombie groaning for coffee. But by nighttime, I'm unstoppable. I'm sure other night owls out there know what I mean. I've got so much energy after dark, it's like I'm running on moonlight.
Well, us early birds are powered by sunshine. Nothing beats that fresh morning air. And science backs me up. They say early risers are happier because of sunlight. All that vitamin D must do wonders for our mood. Plus, you have the whole day ahead of you. What's better than that?
Okay, so why do some people like mornings and others don't? I mean, it can't just be because you like seeing the sunrise or prefer staying up late. Is there something happening in our brains?
Totally. It turns out, part of it is genetic. Some people are just born to love mornings, while others are night owls by nature. There was a study where they found out certain genes could make you more of a morning person. It's like your body just has a clock that prefers certain hours.
I like that. So it's not my fault I'm groggy before noon, it's in my DNA. I'll remember that next time someone says I should wake up earlier.
Ha ha. Yes. But it's not just about genetics. You can train yourself to wake up earlier, like going to bed a little earlier each night until your body adjusts. You just need some good habits.
I've heard that too, but it sounds tough. Imagine having to wind down at 9 p.m. instead of staying up to watch my favorite show. No thanks.
I know. But it's all about routine. If you want to be an early bird, you've got to give up your night owl ways. Say goodbye to late-night movies and hello to early morning yoga.
Speaking of routines, do you think it's actually better to be an early bird? I mean, people always say you're more successful if you wake up early, but is that really true?
I think it depends on your lifestyle. If you have a 9-to-5 job, being an early bird probably makes life easier. But for creative work or people who work from home, I think night owls can be just as productive.
Exactly. Night owls might get a bad rap, but I think we've got the upper hand. Some of the best ideas come late at night when the world is quiet, and your brain finally has space to think.
True, but society is built around early birds. Schools start early, most jobs start early. Night owls have to fight against the system. So, maybe it's better to adjust to an early schedule just to make life easier.
Sure, but does it really matter as long as you're getting enough sleep? Whether you wake up at 6 a.m. or 10 a.m., if you're well rested, you're going to be more productive, right?
I guess so. The key is to find what works for you and stick with it. Early bird or night owl, just make sure you're getting enough Z's.
Okay, for anyone out there thinking about becoming an early bird, I've got some tips. First, try waking up a little earlier each day. Don't make huge jumps, just 10 or 15 minutes earlier, and your body will slowly adjust.
And don't forget to get some sunlight as soon as you wake up. It helps signal to your brain that it's time to start the day. Plus, fresh air in the morning? Instant energy boost.
Oh, and no caffeine after lunch. You don't want to be bouncing off the walls when you're supposed to be winding down for bed.
Finally, get into a bedtime routine. You can't just switch off your brain at night. Take some time to relax. Read a book, do some stretches, or listen to calming music. Whatever works for you.
Also, don't be too hard on yourself if it takes time. Changing your sleep habits isn't easy. You won't become a morning person overnight, but with small steps, you can get there.
And if you're a night owl, embrace it. If late nights are when you feel most alive and creative, then why not? As long as you can find a routine that works for you, that's what matters.
You know, one of the things that's great about both early birds and night owls is that we balance each other out. Early birds can take care of things in the morning, and night owls can handle the late night stuff. It's like teamwork.
Yes, totally. And just imagine a world where everyone was an early bird. Who would be there to keep things going at night? The world would stop after sunset. And for all the early birds out there, I bet you appreciate night owls when you need someone to help with those late night emergencies.
Exactly. So maybe there's no real better between the two. We're just different. And that's what makes it fun, right?
For sure. I think that's the key takeaway today. Whether you're an early bird or a night owl, it's all about what works best for you. Life's too short to force yourself into a schedule that makes you miserable.
Well, that's it for today's episode. We hope you had fun listening and maybe even learned something new. Thanks for tuning in to Magnetic Podcasts. Until next time, stay curious and keep listening. Goodbye.